Hi, I'm Nanette, Family Health Coach, and I am back today as promised to walk you through the first of the 5 strategies to reclaim your birthright to health. The strategy is to eliminate grains, legumes, sugar, and industrial oils. This is definitely the most difficult step. These foods are highly addictive and you may literally experience withdrawal symptoms. So keep the end game in mind. What is your goal? The goal is to come through the other side and you're going to feel great. You're going to be in a much better state of health. You'll have higher levels of energy, lower inflammation. One thing to keep in mind while we're going through this is that fat is your preferred source of fuel for your body. And we've not been led to believe that over the years. It's always been about the carbs, right? Eat your carbs, carb load before you do any extensive exercise. And it's forgetting the fact that we evolved to burn fat for fuel and carbs for fuel. And that's called metabolic flexibility. So our body should be able to go back and forth. And what has happened with the standard American diet is that our body never has to flip the switch because we consistently have carbs. We eat 3 meals a day. We have snacks in between. All these meals and snacks are very high carb snacks and food. And it just, our body never has to do it. So that think of it like a campfire. The kindling is the carbs. So they light quickly, they burn quickly, and then you need to add more, right? It's the same thing with our diet. We eat them, we burn them up, and then we need more and more. Whereas if fat are the logs take longer to light, but they burn longer. It's a more sustained burn. And it's the same thing in our bodies when we start burning fat. Plus, it's a cleaner energy. There's less free radicals presented as with the carbs. So keep that in mind. So if we eliminate grains, what are grains? Corn, rice, wheat, rye, millet, barley, yes, even whole grains. And of course, processed high carb foods you want to eliminate. So what can you eat? You've got your coconut products, coconut flour, you've got nut flour, seed flour. Those are great substitutes. There are some situations where you've got some ancient grains that have been processed properly, and they could potentially be reintroduced once you've got your body cleaned up. But for now, this is kind of where your body needs to start. So you will learn to hack your recipes to make things with the new kinds of flours, and it's trial and error for sure. For example, they're not all 1 for 1. Like if you needed to replace a cup of flour, you could not replace it with a cup of coconut flour because it's highly absorbent. So you would really only use like 1/4 to 1/2. Tons of recipes online. Just Google your favorite recipe, like a paleo style or a primal style, and it'll give you some options. I'm a Texas girl, so one of my favorite things is a chicken fried steak. And I did not eat one for years because I didn't know how to do it, but I now know how to make it grain-free, industrial oil-free. I don't do it often. When I do, it's a great treat. Sunflower seed flour is one that we've been playing with lately. You get the sunflowers in bulk, roast them, grind them up. It makes a beautiful flour. The next is legumes. So legumes are less objectionable than grains, but they still contain anti-nutrients and are unnecessary. They could potentially be reintroduced down the road as well, but I would, again, get your body reset, and then you can bring in these items and see how your body reacts to them. So what if you if you can't eat your legumes, beans, lentils, peas, soybeans, peanuts, what are you going to eat? Really, the only replacing situation or suggestion that I have is vegetables. Just use vegetables instead. Sugars, you've got raw, powdered, cane, brown. You've got artificial sweeteners, even agave because of the way that it's processed. These are all sugars you should eliminate. So what do you bring in? You've got your coconut butter, which is delicious and sweet, coconut flakes, coconut sugar. Once you've had coconut sugar compared to brown sugar, there's no comparison. It's so much better. You've got fruit, dark chocolate, molasses, honey. Those are all great options. Next are your industrial oils. Now, if you do nothing else but eliminate industrial oils from your diet, you're going to be doing yourself a huge favor. So industrial oils are the partially hydrogenated oils. They're the highly refined vegetable oils or seed oils, buttery spreads, margarines, vegetable shortening. Throw all that away. Do not put that in your body. It's very highly toxic. So what can you use? An extra virgin olive oil is a great choice for eating. It's not a good choice for cooking because it has a low smoke point. So if you go over the smoke point, you're going to burn it. It's not going to burn it, but it'll make it rancid. So you're best just eating that and then cooking with avocado oil, coconut oil. You've got your grass-fed butter, ghee, and animal fats. One animal fat that I was introduced to that I had never had before is duck fat, and it's really amazingly delicious. A little pricey, but worth a treat every once in a while. So that really is the most important one. In 1980, the American obesity rate was at 15%. In 1992, we were introduced to the USDA food pyramid, which has not done us any favors. And since then, our obesity rate has steadily risen. Today, we're at 45%, and I just think that is horrifying. So there is a problem in our food supply, and we've got to take our steps to do the right things for our bodies. I've introduced you before to the Primal Blueprint food pyramid, but I will put a link on here again just so that you have it. But it's a great option. It's a far superior option. It focuses on nutritious, low insulin stimulating foods, and it gives you tons of choices and tons of options. So when you get to the point where you have successfully eliminated grains, legumes, sugar, and industrial oils from your body, you're going to be amazed at how great you feel and how great you look. Clearer head, higher energy. You're not going to want to go back. And if you do, it's going to make you not feel good about it because your body's not going to be used to it. So try it. Try it for 30 days. What do you have to lose? Nothing. You can always quit, go back. But call me if I can support. I'll be back next Tuesday with the second strategy, which is developing a good sleep routine and taking steps to manage stress. So I appreciate your time. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next Tuesday. Thanks.